iCan Health and Fitness COC in Carlisle, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to measure yourself and set realistic goals. We all know that over this difficult period it is really hard to stay motivated. We're struggling with going out, we're struggling with the fridge calling our name, aren't we? It's always there in the background. So I wanted to help today and try and think about what we can do to keep motivated and set yourself those realistic little goals to try and keep you on track. So first of all, I'm going to talk to you about how to measure yourself. If you have picked up a Live Well guide from one of the charities that we're working with at the moment, you'll be able to find a guide for this on page 23. It looks like this. So to do this, what you'll need is a tape measure. I've got a retractable tape measure here, but you can use anything. And what we're going to do is pull the tape measure out to start with, just to where you think you might be, and give yourself a little bit of room. You're going to start with your bust or your chest. And the easiest way to do it is to put the tape measure behind your back. And then we're going to bring it round the front of our body, and we're just trying to get it in as much of a straight of a line as possible. What we don't want to do is push the bust in too much, but we want to just have it at a nice, comfortable measure. Once you're there, just look down and see what your number says. Then the best thing to do is write it down straight away, because by the time you've done your full measurement, you're not going to remember what you were. So in your Live Well guide or anything else, you can either make or use the Keep Track guide. Put the month down, put the date down, and then start recording your measurements. Next, we're going to move around and look at our waist. So again, I pop the tape measure round my back, and my waist is where I naturally bend from side to side. So I stand nice and straight, and if I just give myself a little wiggle from side to side, the tape measure should naturally fall in kind of the gap where my waist bend is. If you're struggling with that, it's about 2 inches up from your belly button. So if you use 2 fingers, pop 2 fingers next to your belly button, and then it's about there. Okay, as long as you're measuring the same place every time on yourself, or if you're asking somebody else to measure you, you'll get an accurate result. Once again, we're going to hold it reasonably tight. We don't want to squish anything in, because we don't want to cheat, but we want to hold it nice and comfortable. So there. Now, if you're a little bit big busted, like I am, looking down to try and see your measurement might be a bit challenging. So what I do is I grab where my measurement meets together, the 2 bits of tape measure meet, I pinch it with my fingers, I let go, and then I'll be able to see exactly what my waist measurement is. And then I can write it down in my book or my piece of paper. So what we're going to move on to now is measuring our tummy. Now, measuring the tummy is difficult because we've all got different tummies. Some of us have folds, some of us have overhangs, some of us have flat tummies. It doesn't matter. What you want to try and find on your own tummy is the bit that sticks out the most. So we're going to pop the tape measure behind us again. So then you pull it together by your tummy. And again, if you can't see the measurement straight away because your bust is getting in the way, then you just pinch the tape measure, pull it out, and record your results in the book. Okay, moving on to our hips. The first thing you want to do is stand with your feet together. From there, wrap the tape measure round your bottom, and ideally try and look in a mirror, so that you're looking at yourself through the mirror and you can make sure that tape is in a straight line. Try and place the tape measure where the fullest part of your bottom is. Holding it tight and recording your results. We're going to look at our thighs now. We're going to stand with our feet apart, just about a shoulder width apart, and we're going to wrap the tape measure around what we think is the fullest part of our thigh. Bringing the 2 pieces of the tape measure together again, and then shut your legs, and then you'll get the accurate measure for your thigh. Take that tape measure away again and record it in your book. And the final measurement we're going to do, and probably the trickiest one, is we're going to try and measure our arm. For this, what I do is I loop my tape measure to start with. So I formed a loop with my tape and I hold the two pieces together. Then I put my arm through the loop in the tape, and from there I can grab one of the sides, doesn't matter which one. I get it nice and tight and I pull the tape measure together. Now what I'm going to try and do here is make sure that I can get my side that says 0 as close as possible to the side that says the numbers as it's going up. So my measurement here, it says 15, okay? You should be somewhere between 10 and about 25 on your arms. So if you're getting a measurement that's like 50 inches, for example, probably something might have gone a little bit wrong. Well done! So that's how you measure for a woman. And coming up next, we'll show you how to measure for a man. Okay, so I've brought in my colleague Matt now to show you how to measure for a man. So what you're going to do is put the tape measure behind your back and then bring it just across your nipple line. So then you're going to bring the two parts of the tape measure together, looking at where the 0 marker meets the measurement marker. Moving on, we're going to look at the waist. Now the waist for a man tends to be 1 inch above the belly button. So if you use your finger, that's about 1 inch, and then bring the tape measure around that part. Great. Bring those two bits of tape together, and again, if you can look down and see, brilliant. If you can't, pinch the tape, bring the tape back out and record your result. Okay, and now let's look at tummy. You're looking for the fullest part of your tummy, the bit that you feel sticks out the most. Okay, so bring it round your back, bring it towards the centre of your tummy, feel where you think sticks out the most, bring those two bits of tape together and record your result. Okay, so now we're going to do a man's hips. So if you can put the tape measure where your bottom starts to meet your back. So wrap it round the back. It tends to be where you would wear your trouser line. That's it, that looks good. Bring them together, pinch where it meets and record your results. For a man's thigh, you want to go roughly in the middle of your knee and your pelvis. So wrap it round your leg, stand nice and straight, then bring your feet together and find your result. So after we've measured ourselves, we want to think about setting realistic goals. We don't want to do this by setting a goal that's too unchallengeable or something that will make us a little bit stressed or worried that we're actually going to hit our target. So start small. Say for example, you want to lose a dress size. Set yourself that small goal to start with. So if, for example, you are a size women's clothes 14, set yourself to get into that 12 first of all. Then, if your real goal is trying to aim towards more like a 10, you'll find it more easy and approachable to get those little steps. Now, how do we go about setting our goal? Well, first of all is to work out what you really want. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to stay healthy? Why do you want to exercise more? What is it that's in your mind that is really making you go, I need to do this because? Sometimes we have events to look forward to. Now, I know it's difficult with COVID at the moment. Or sometimes it might be something a bit more personal, maybe a health condition. Focus on that in your mind, and that is going to get you through all the hard moments when we're wishing we were eating something we shouldn't, we can't be bothered to exercise. It will keep you motivated. So try knocking 2 inches or centimetres, whatever you're measuring in, to start with. You'll hit your goal quickly and then you can move on to making your next goal. So when we're thinking about realistic targets, try to work on a monthly basis. What do you want to lose each month? Never beat yourself up that you haven't got that goal. There's always the next month. Another thing you can do in your Live Rock Guide is write notes. Track what you loved doing this month that got you to where you want to be. Anything you need, please get in touch with us. We're iCan Health and Fitness, CIC. We're based in Carlisle, but we should be able to help you, fingers crossed, with lots of things health and wellbeing related. We'll see you next time. Bye.